Welcome to Avanora Lune Tarot. This is our daily reading for January 22, 2026. Now, today has been particularly dark and grey here, and I mean, the sludge and everything else you can still put up with, but the darkness can be really kind of hard to deal with, isn't it? But of course, if you're listening in from, say, Australia, for example, you are probably having a good summer right now, aren't you? But it makes me wonder, as a person who's also spent a lot of time in Asia, about how important the having of the sun is. That is something I miss dearly here in Sweden. But like they say, sometimes life gives you lemons and you have to make the best of them, isn't it? How has your day been? Tell me more about it. We're using the Light Seers Tarot today. And of course, I want to say one thing. I got my very first comment on the channel today, and I think we did as a community, as a channel. But Patricia Thomas, thank you for leaving the comment to let me know that you couldn't hear the reading so well. I know I'm trying to fix the sound recording, and I'm sure we'll try to get better as we go on. All right, so let's look at the cards for now. Our first card today is the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands is a card of having had enough, having had a tough time, potentially for a couple of years or even a little bit more. But the idea here is to say that you have had enough and now you cannot take anything longer. The burden of having to do everything yourself, think everything yourself, is now getting to you. And that is the first card. That is the first card. The second is the one of Five of Wands. The Five of Wands, directly half of the Ten of Wands. That's one thing. So you will probably see a de-escalating sort of conflict, but there is still a little bit of competition. There is a feeling of you better than me, I'm better than you, and that sort of nagging feeling in the relationship continues to show up. The Eight of Swords is a card of, like you can see in the picture, a card of self-imprisonment, of being our own worst critic, thinking negatively about us, winding ourselves up in thoughts that can be hard, in thoughts that can be hurting ourselves, self-sabotaging thoughts. That is the word I've been looking for. And we have phases of this, especially when we're in this energy where we've had enough. We've had a lot of competition. We've had enough of strife, where we could be thinking that I cannot take any more. And that itself could be an Eight of Swords energy. Interesting. And then we have the Eight of Cups. And this one's in reverse, and I'm going to let it be here like this. The Eight of Cups in reverse is the inability to walk away from the situation, which is also what is probably keeping us in our Ten of Wands energy. The Eight of Cups in upright talks about the ability to walk away from a situation, to leave behind emotions and strife and sort of move into a different situation. But when it is in reverse, there are certain attachments, there could be certain reasons, could be house, could be administrative, could be logistical reasons, financial reasons that are unable to let us walk away from the situation. That's showing up. So then what is the energy that you should be in ideally? The Fool card is one of new beginnings, energy, a beginner's mindset, one where you say, let me take the risk no matter what happens. And that is the prompt for you today, to be in this energy. Are you ready to take that plunge? Or would you rather stay in this more stale and difficult energy? But let's see what is going to change that. Yeah. The Ace of Swords is an amazing card to get here. The Ace of Swords is almost getting a flash of a new idea, or a new email, or a new idea, or someone lightly mentioning it, but something that helps you clear out old thoughts and old patterns and is able to bring you in this Fool energy. Now, while it can be really hard to get out of this Ten of Wands energy, the ability to draw back and say, what is it that I need to do just in this moment? It doesn't have to be 2 years down the line, doesn't have to be so much ahead. It's just, what can I do in the moment right now? And that is what I think we're being asked to focus on. Because when we do, and there is the Clarity card, the Ace of Swords is also meant to give us clarity. It is striking away unnecessary, unimportant details and people and situations in our lives that no longer serve us, but instead to replace it with things, purpose, intention, and positive ideas that will help us keep moving ahead into the future. If you see the amount of yellow that we have in our cards today, is almost a way to say that hope is a color yellow. Keep being hopeful, keep being focused. Look at what purpose and passion you would have and try to follow that, instead of getting caught in conflicts and situations that do not serve you, like you can see here. Now, what is interesting is, of course, I'm going to pull out an extra card, right? We know that now. I'm just looking at my decks here, and I'm looking at what the best card would be. I think an Animal Oracle card will be a good addition. These are really my favorite cards. Did I tell you this is my first deck that I ever had? And I have a very special connection with it. Like, I can almost feel viscerally when I should use this deck. Tell me what you think about it. Do you think the cards are pretty? Let's see what the cards have to say today. All right then. Yes, it is time to collaborate. There's potentially a situation that you're in where, even though you feel like you've had enough and you are competing and you're not able to leave the situation and have thoughts which hold you back from being your best positive self, if you remove what is not required from the conflict, from the relationship, let go of things that don't serve you, remain true to building a new focus, a pursuit almost for yourself, and then with clarity and positivity and being able to collaborate, that is how we'd be able to create a new path, a more meaningful next step. That is what I have for you today on this daily reading. I hope you connect with it and you enjoyed doing this with me. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.